It's so important to share our faith and to share the hope that's within us, and for being prepared to answer when they ask about your life, telling them about your faith, making it clear that you're a Christian. That way, if you handle a difficult situation with maturity, or if they see kindness in you, it will reflect well upon Jesus, and it may cause them to ask you to explain more about your faith at a later point. There's really two methods, I would say, for establishing relationships and sharing the gospel. The first is probably the preferred method, is a long-term approach, where you can get to know someone such as a friend, a neighbor, or a coworker over a longer period, and establish early on that you're a Christian. This might come about when they ask about your life, and you can share the church that you go to and how Jesus has changed your life. And as I get to know you, as long as I know that you're a Christian, everything that you do that is positive or mature or kind or shows love reflects well on Jesus. And later on, if you remain friends with them and in their life, if they go through a difficult time, they may even ask you to pray for them or for guidance or advice. And that's when you can move a little bit deeper in sharing more vividly and more clearly your faith and what has brought you peace. The smaller approach is if you meet someone in passing. So someone you're sitting next to on a bus or a train. If you're at the park, you happen to start up a conversation with someone. This is more difficult, but you have to be a little bit more concise and powerful in your approach. And what I would suggest is in opening a conversation as you get to know someone, you can start by maybe asking, do they recommend a church, or would they be interested in going to your church? And that kind of opens up the door to talking about spiritual things. Another great technique is just to pass out gospel tracts and give these to people that you see, and just say that you'd like to give them something from church. You can leave gospel tracts behind in order to share the gospel. And a lot of times when you're on public transportation, like a plane, the person next to you might strike up a conversation and ask, where are you going? Or they'll ask about your family, they'll ask about your life. And a lot of times this is a great way to introduce your faith by talking about maybe the difficulties you've been through in your life and how your faith has strengthened you, or really introducing and bringing up in the conversation Jesus in this way. And this can be really powerful and really compelling, but it's so important to share our faith, and I encourage everyone to do so as much as possible. There are literally millions of opportunities out there.